8 reasons why Sigma males detach from women. Ever wondered why Sigma males, often seen as the lone wolves of society, have a tendency to detach themselves from women? In the grand tapestry of personalities, Sigma males are the enigmatic thread that weaves its own path. They are the solitary wanderers, the silent observers, the ones who march to the beat of their own drum. They're not your typical alpha males, nor are they the beta males. They're a breed apart, a category unto themselves. Sigma males are defined by their introverted nature and self-reliance. They value their independence, their solitude, and their freedom above all else. They're comfortable in their own skin and their own company, and they don't feel the need to seek validation or approval from others. They're content to exist on the fringes, detached from the hustle and bustle of societal norms and expectations. Yet, despite their seemingly aloof demeanor, Sigma males are not devoid of emotions or incapable of forming meaningful connections. They're simply selective, choosing to invest their time and energy wisely. They're not the type to engage in frivolous relationships or shallow interactions. They seek depth, authenticity, and substance in their connections. However, Sigma males are often misunderstood, misconstrued, and misjudged. They're stereotyped as cold, distant, or uninterested. But the reality is far more complex. They're simply different, operating on a frequency that many may find hard to comprehend. Their detachment from women is not born out of disdain or disinterest, but rather a profound sense of self-awareness and self-preservation. They're not running away from relationships, but rather moving towards a path of self-discovery, self-improvement, and self-fulfillment. In the upcoming segments, we'll delve deeper into the psyche of Sigma males, shedding light on their intriguing nature and unique approach to life. We'll dissect the reasons behind their detachment from women, aiming to dispel the myths, clarify the misconceptions, and provide a comprehensive understanding of what it truly means to be a Sigma male. So buckle up and prepare for a fascinating journey into the world of Sigma males, because understanding them is not about changing them, but rather appreciating their uniqueness and embracing their individuality. Let's delve into the 8 reasons why Sigma males detach themselves from women. The first reason is their innate desire for independence. Sigma males are the lone wolves of society, the mavericks who dance to the beat of their own drum. They value their independence above all else, a trait that is deeply ingrained in their personality. This is not a choice they make, but a natural inclination. They are self-reliant and self-sufficient, seeking solace in their own company rather than seeking validation from others. This can sometimes lead to detachment from women, as they prefer to remain unattached and free from obligations. Let's delve a little deeper here. Imagine a bird soaring high above the clouds, free to go wherever it pleases. That bird doesn't need a flock to feel complete or to survive. It is self-sufficient and content in its solitude. This is how a Sigma male operates. He cherishes his freedom and guards it fiercely, not wanting to be tied down by societal norms or expectations. When it comes to relationships, the Sigma male's independence can be a double-edged sword. On one hand, his self-reliance and autonomy can be attractive, signaling strength and confidence. On the other hand, his desire for independence can sometimes translate into emotional detachment, making it difficult for him to form deep, meaningful relationships. This doesn't mean that Sigma males are incapable of love or commitment. Quite the contrary. When they do choose to engage in a relationship, they do so wholeheartedly. However, they won't compromise their independence for it. They seek partners who understand and respect their need for solitude, partners who give them the space they need to be themselves. In a world where we are constantly connected, constantly in touch, the Sigma male's desire for independence can seem strange, even off-putting. It can be mistaken for disinterest or aloofness. But it's important to understand that this is not the case. They are not aloof or disinterested, they are simply independent. They crave solitude not because they disdain others, but because they value themselves. Their independence can often be mistaken for disinterest or aloofness. Secondly, Sigma males are non-conformists by nature. Picture this: an individual who is unafraid to stand against the tide, who doesn't need to fit into the typical mold that society has cast. This individual is not swayed by the pressure to conform, to be like everyone else, to follow the same old path. This, my friends, is the Sigma male, a non-conformist in the truest sense of the term. Sigma males do not feel the need to fit into societal norms, including those pertaining to traditional relationship structures. There's a certain freedom that comes with being a Sigma male, the freedom to choose your own path, to make your own rules, to live life on your own terms. This freedom naturally extends to their relationships as well. Now, this is not to say that Sigma males are incapable of being in relationships. Quite the contrary. They can love, they can commit, they can be as emotionally invested as the next person. But the key difference lies in their approach. They don't enter relationships because that's what society expects of them. They don't stay in relationships because that's what they're supposed to do. They choose to be in relationships because they want to, because they value the person they're with, not because of some societal pressure or norm. This non-conformity can lead to a detachment from women, especially those who adhere strictly to traditional relationship norms. A Sigma male's refusal to conform to societal expectations can be seen as a rejection, causing a disconnect. But it's important to understand their non-conformity is not a rejection of women, but rather a rejection of societal expectations. Sigma males value authenticity, individuality, and personal freedom. They don't believe in living a life dictated by others. They don't subscribe to the one-size-fits-all approach when it comes to relationships. They understand that every individual is different, every relationship is unique, and they respect that. Their non-conformity is not a rejection of women, but rather a rejection of societal expectations. And this, in essence, is the beauty of the Sigma male, the nonconformist. The third reason lies in their introverted nature. Sigma males are often introverted, cherishing their alone time. And that's not because they're antisocial or dislike company. It's simply because they thrive in solitude, they find peace in the quiet, and they enjoy their own company. This preference for solitude can sometimes lead to a detachment from women. Imagine a scene where there's a bustling party going on. People are laughing, talking, dancing, and having a great time. But our Sigma male? He'd rather be somewhere quieter, somewhere less chaotic. He's the guy who prefers a quiet evening at home over a loud, crowded party. He's the one who'd rather read a book or work on a personal project instead of engaging in small talk. This isn't to say Sigma males can't or don't enjoy social interactions. They can and do, but on their own terms. They value deep, meaningful conversations over shallow chit-chat. They prefer to have a few close friends rather than a large circle of acquaintances. But how does this introversion lead to detachment from women? Well, it's not about disliking women or avoiding them. It's more about the energy exchange. Social interactions, including those with women, often require a lot of energy. Energy that Sigma males would rather conserve or invest in other areas of their life. They don't feel the need to constantly be in the company of others to feel fulfilled or happy. This is often misunderstood by people who are more extroverted or those who equate happiness with social interactions. They might see the Sigma male's preference for solitude as a sign of disinterest or aloofness, but that's not the case. Sigma males do form connections, they do have relationships, but they do so selectively. They prefer quality over quantity. They'd rather be alone than in the company of someone they don't genuinely connect with. So if a Sigma male detaches from a woman, it's not because he dislikes her. It's probably because he values his solitude or he didn't find the connection he was seeking. Their introversion is not a sign of dislike for women, but rather a preference for solitude. Fourthly, Sigma males are self-sufficient. This trait is a defining characteristic that often leads to their detachment in relationships. But what does it mean to be self-sufficient, especially in the context of Sigma males? Self-sufficiency is the ability to maintain oneself without the help of others. It's about meeting one's own needs, whether they are emotional, financial, or psychological. When we say Sigma males are self-sufficient, we mean they have the capacity to fulfill their desires and handle their problems independently. They don't seek validation or happiness from external sources. Instead, they find it within themselves. This level of self-sufficiency can sometimes be mistaken for aloofness or arrogance, but in reality, it's a sign of strength and self-confidence. Sigma males have a deep understanding of their capabilities and limitations. They are comfortable in their own skin and do not feel the need to lean on others for support. This doesn't mean they are incapable of forming meaningful relationships. They can and they do. It simply means they do not depend on these relationships for their happiness or fulfillment. In the context of their relationships with women, this self-sufficiency can often lead to detachment. Sigma males don't rely on their partners to meet their needs or to make them feel complete. They enter relationships not out of necessity, but out of choice. They seek companions who complement them, not complete them. This mindset can sometimes be hard for their partners to understand. leading to feelings of being unneeded or undervalued. However, it's important to remember that a Sigma male's self-sufficiency is not a rejection of companionship, but rather a manifestation of their self-reliance. They value their independence and the ability to live life on their own terms. And this is often reflected in their approach to relationships. Their self-sufficiency is not a sign of arrogance, but rather a sign of their ability to meet their own needs. And while this trait may lead to detachment, it is also what makes Sigma males uniquely intriguing and admirable. They live by their own rules, depend on no one, and in doing so, they carve their own path in life. The fifth reason is their emotional stability. Sigma males are often seen as the embodiment of emotional resilience. They are not easily swayed by the emotional turmoil that often accompanies societal norms and expectations. Their inner world is a fortress, unassailable by the whims and fancies of the outside world. This emotional stability is a product of their self-contained nature and their tendency to rely on their inner resources. They do not seek validation from others. Their sense of self-worth is not tied to people's perceptions or societal standards. Their emotional equilibrium is not dependent on the approval or disapproval of others. It is instead rooted in their self-awareness and their acceptance of who they are. They are comfortable in their skin, confident in their abilities, and secure in their identity. Emotional stability, however, can sometimes be mistaken for emotional detachment, especially in the context of relationships with women. Sigma males, in their quest for self-reliance and independence, may come across as aloof or distant, but this perceived detachment is not a reflection of their emotional capacity. On the contrary, it is a testament to their emotional intelligence. Sigma males are capable of deep emotional connections. They value authenticity and depth in their relationships. Their emotional stability allows them to navigate these connections with maturity and understanding. They are not driven by emotional impulsivity, but by thoughtful consideration. Their emotional stability is also reflected in their ability to handle conflict and adversity. They are not easily perturbed by challenges or setbacks. Instead, they approach these situations with a calm and composed demeanor, using them as opportunities for growth and learning. In essence, the emotional stability of Sigma males is a reflection of their strength of character. They are emotionally balanced, not because they are devoid of emotions, but because they have mastered the art of managing them. They are not swayed by emotional turbulence, but are anchored by their inner strength and resilience. Their emotional stability is not a sign of emotional detachment, but rather a sign of their self-assuredness. The sixth reason is their selectiveness. Sigma males, in their enigmatic yet intriguing way, are known for their selectiveness. They are not the type to dive headfirst into relationships without careful consideration. This distinct trait reflects their preference for quality over quantity. And it's a trait that can often lead to their detachment from women. Let's delve into this interesting aspect of Sigma males. When it comes to relationships, Sigma males are not swayed by societal pressures or expectations. They don't feel the need to be in a relationship simply because it's the norm or because they fear loneliness. Instead, they seek relationships that add value to their lives, relationships that offer depth and growth. Their selectiveness is not restricted to romantic relationships alone. This trait extends to their friendships and professional relationships as well. They choose to surround themselves with people who understand their needs for independence and solitude and respect their boundaries. They prefer the company of those who challenge them intellectually and emotionally and contribute positively to their lives. This selectiveness can sometimes be mistaken for aloofness or disinterest, but in reality, it's a reflection of their high standards. They are not afraid to be alone if they can't find what they're looking for. They are not afraid to walk away from relationships that don't meet their expectations. However, this selectiveness can also lead to their detachment from women. If a Sigma male feels that a woman doesn't align with his values or doesn't respect his need for solitude, he won't hesitate to detach himself. This doesn't mean that they are afraid of commitment or intimacy. On the contrary, when they find someone who meets their high standards, they are capable of deep, meaningful connections. But it's important to remember that their selectiveness is not about finding perfection. It's about finding someone who understands them, respects them, and complements their unique personality. Their selectiveness is not a sign of pickiness, but rather a sign of their high standards. And their high standards reflect their deep respect for themselves, their time, and their energy. It's a testament to their self-worth and a clear demonstration of their commitment to living life on their own terms. The seventh reason is their mysterious nature. Ah, the allure of mystery. It's like a tantalizing dance, a shadowy waltz that draws you in. But what happens when the dance is led by a Sigma male? Sigma males have a certain enigmatic aura that can be both intriguing and confusing to others. It's as if they're constantly shrouded in a cloak of intrigue, a fog of uncertainty that makes them all the more captivating. This mystery is not a ploy, it's not a game of hide and seek that they're playing. It's an intrinsic part of their personality, a byproduct of their introspective nature and self-reliance. Just imagine a puzzle, a complex labyrinth of thoughts and ideas. That's a Sigma male's mind. It's a fascinating world, full of insights and revelations. But it's not always easy to navigate. It's not always easy to understand. And this can sometimes lead to detachment from women. Why, you may ask? Well, because the enigma that is a Sigma male can be hard to decipher. Their thoughts, their feelings, their motivations, they're all tucked away, hidden beneath layers of introspection. They don't wear their hearts on their sleeves. They don't shout their intentions from the rooftops. They keep their cards close to their chest. And this can be perplexing, even frustrating for others. Women in particular may find it challenging to connect with Sigma males on a deep emotional level. The mystery that surrounds them can act as a barrier, a wall that keeps others at bay. It's not that Sigma males are incapable of forming meaningful relationships. It's just that their mysterious nature can make it difficult for others to truly understand them, to truly connect with them. But here's the thing. This mystery, this enigma, it's not a sign of secrecy. It's not a cloak they don to hide from the world. It's a testament to their complex nature. Sigma males are deep thinkers, introspective individuals who often prefer the company of their own thoughts. They're not trying to be mysterious, they just are. Their mystery is not a sign of secrecy, but rather a sign of their complex nature. The eighth and final reason is their constant pursuit of self-improvement. Sigma males are on a perpetual journey of personal growth and development. They are the embodiment of the saying, "The only person you should try to be better than is the person you were yesterday." Sigma males are dedicated to honing their skills, refining their thoughts, and broadening their horizons. They are voracious learners, always seeking knowledge and insights to deepen their understanding of the world and themselves. This ceaseless striving for self-improvement is a full-time commitment, one that requires time, energy, and focus. Often, this pursuit of self-improvement can lead to a Sigma male's detachment from women. It's not about a lack of interest or an inability to connect emotionally. Rather, it is a conscious choice to prioritize personal growth over romantic relationships. For a Sigma male, the path to self-improvement is often a solitary one, uncluttered by the demands and distractions of a relationship. They value their independence and autonomy, and they do not want anything or anyone to divert them from their path. This does not mean that they're incapable of love or companionship. It simply means that they have different priorities. They are not seeking validation or approval from others. Instead, they are focused on their personal journey of growth and self-discovery. Sigma males are not afraid to step outside their comfort zones. They embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. They are not deterred by setbacks or failures. Instead, they see them as valuable lessons that can help them grow and improve. To a Sigma male, self-improvement is not just about becoming better. It's about evolving and transforming, about becoming the best version of themselves. They are not content with stagnation or complacency. They are always pushing their boundaries, always striving to reach new heights. Their pursuit of self-improvement is not a sign of selfishness, but rather a sign of their dedication to personal growth. So the next time you encounter a Sigma male who seems detached, remember, it's not about you. It's about his journey of self-improvement, his relentless pursuit of becoming the best version of himself. To sum up, Sigma males are unique in their approach to relationships and often prefer to remain detached from women. We have journeyed through the 8 key reasons that explain this distinctive trait of Sigma males. It's not about disliking women, but it's a manifestation of their unique characteristics and tendencies. First, we uncovered the essence of their independence. Sigma males are lone wolves. They thrive on their own, and they do not feel the need to rely on anyone else. This independence is what often leads them to detach from women, as they prioritize their autonomy above all else. Next, we discussed their non-conformity. Sigma males don't follow societal norms, they create their own paths. This can sometimes make it difficult for them to build traditional relationships with women as they don't fit the typical alpha or beta male molds. We then delved into their introverted nature. As introverts, Sigma males often need time alone to recharge, which can result in them distancing themselves from women, particularly those who are more extroverted and socially active. Their self-sufficiency was another point we touched on. Sigma males are capable of taking care of themselves without needing any external support. This self-reliance often leads them to stay detached from women, as they don't feel the need for a partner to make their lives complete. Furthermore, we explored their emotional stability. Sigma males are often emotionally resilient and don't require emotional support from women, which is another factor contributing to their detachment. Selectiveness also plays a role. Sigma males are selective about who they let into their lives. They prefer quality over quantity in relationships, which often leads them to detach from women who don't meet their specific criteria. The seventh reason was the mystery that surrounds Sigma males. The enigmatic allure of Sigma males often leaves women intrigued but also distant, as they are hard to decipher and understand. Finally, we touched upon their commitment to self-improvement. Sigma males are continually striving to become the best versions of themselves, which can sometimes lead them to prioritize personal growth over relationships. Understanding these reasons can help us better understand the enigma that is the Sigma male.